So I just found a pretty neat combo with the currency converter. The currency converter has been legal in Historic for quite a long time now, but it hasn't really been a thing potentially until today. Currency Converter, this is a 1-mana artifact that says whenever you discard a card, you may exile a card from the graveyard. You can also pay 2, tap itself, draw a card, then discard a card, or you can also tap itself for 0 mana, and then put a card exiled with this card into its owner's graveyard. If it's a land card, create a treasure token. If it's a non-land card, create a 2/2 creature token onto the battlefield. So there are a couple of cards that actually combo with this card, and 3 of those cards are completely brand new. From the Strixhaven, we got this card called Hardened Academic. It's a 2-mana card that has discard a card. This creature gains lifelink until the end of the turn. And whenever one or more card leaves the graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. So if you played a currency converter on turn 1 into a Hardened Academic, you can discard a non-land card and exile a card from the graveyard that just got discarded with the currency converter, and that'll trigger the Hardened Academic into putting a +1/+1 counter. And you can also put the card back that just got exiled with the currency converter by tapping itself, and then because you discarded a non-land card, you can also put a 2/2 creature token onto the battlefield, which is actually pretty sick. Another combo here is with a new card from the Strixhaven Alchemy set called the Blood-Age Muster, which just came out. It's a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, conjure a random card from this card's spellbook onto the battlefield, and its base power and toughness perpetually becomes a 2/2. And this ability only triggers once each turn. So when you discard a card while the currency converter is up on the battlefield, you can immediately exile the card from the graveyard thanks to this card, and it'll immediately create a 2/2 from the spellbook onto the battlefield. And better yet, if you also have Hardened Academic on the battlefield, you can then put a +1/+1 counter as well. But let's say if you also have something like a Bloodghast in the graveyard, you can just play a land and then put a Bloodghast onto the battlefield, and that'll actually trigger the Blood-Age Muster into creating a 2/2 onto the battlefield, which is actually pretty sick. And lastly, we have this new card called Unbreakable Remnant. It's a spirit card. It's a 1-mana 2/1 that says escape 2. Exile 2 cards from the graveyard, and when you cast a spell from the graveyard, all cards you own Unbreakable Remnant perpetually get +1/+1. So what you can do with this card, you can discard the Unbreakable Remnant into the graveyard using the currency converter, and in later turn, you can create a 2/2 creature token with the currency converter, and then putting the remnant into the graveyard, and then pay the 2 mana for the Unbreakable Remnant, escape cost, and that'll buff up the Unbreakable Remnant. And if you also had Blood-Age Muster, that'll trigger another 2/2 on the battlefield. Or let's say if you have Hardened Academic on the battlefield, that'll also trigger a +1/+1 counter. So those are all the new cards that we're going to be playing that synergizes very well with the currency converter. And because we're also going to be putting a ton of creature on the battlefield, if you also top deck something like a Goblin Bombardment, you can also sacrifice your entire board in dealing damage. And better yet, by sacrificing the Bloodghast and then playing a land, that'll deal 1 damage, and then Bloodghast comes back onto the battlefield, and that'll also trigger the 2 new cards that we're playing in the deck. So this is going to be pretty interesting. So heading to that, I'm going to be hopping over to some History Pass 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop there. Alright, we have a Hardened Academic with the Bloodghast. Now we're just looking for a Goblin Bombardment. Okay, let's lead with the Hardened Academic. We're gonna discard the Bloodghast. With this many lands, like currency converter could be actually pretty good. We drew none of that. We're We're just gonna get back the Loris here. Oh, it's a Soren deck. Vein Ripper Soren deck. Certainly seems like a problem. I don't have a Fragment Reality in the main, so the only way I can beat that is with the Galvanic Discharge. And we also play only 2 copies of Galvanic Discharge. Seems like gonna be a tough order. Seems like it's gonna be pretty tough. It's a lot of graveyard hates, but this is actually a non-bow, by the way. So I don't take additional damage now because of the Dothy, which is kind of cool. But how am I gonna win against the Vein Ripper? Seems kind of tough. I should probably pump the blood gas, right? Because it comes back. Then we take 9 damage here. Ah, interesting. They're going to attack? I'm guessing opponent has a Fatal Push then? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're dead. Even if they Fatal Push the Guide of Soul, they're dead, right? Because of the Voidwalker, my creatures don't die. So it avoids Vein Ripper's triggered ability. So yeah, opponent's kind of dead here. This also has haste. I guess if opponent Fatal Pushes this, I deal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, they're dead. Even if they Fatal Push the Blood Gas, they're dead. So, opponent's playing mono black aggro with the Sorin and Vein Ripper. But, like I said, this is a non-bow. All right. Thank God opponent was playing Voidwalker there. That would have been absolute disaster. Oh, man. Okay, let's have another Galvanic Discharge. I'm not really sure if I want to play the Fragment Reality. I think Threaten Charm for sure. I think. Threaten Charm for sure. Like I said, I'm not really sure about the Fragment Reality. I'm gonna get rid of a Vampire Neonate. Maybe Invasion of Gobakin. The one Oslo Pride. Maybe not the Gobakin. It's like you can't cut these. Maybe I could cut a land. I'm playing 22. Going second. I can see myself cutting a land. Ooh, we have the combo. We have the combo. I love the combo. Okay, no 1-mana card. Maybe I should play something like a Thought Partition, potentially in the sideboard. That could be pretty good. Oh, opponent plays a Bloodghast. Interesting. The creature can't block. I hope opponent doesn't have a Thorin again. I hope so. A Phyrexian Tower. That's kind of cool. So they just naturally have like 2 more mana every single turn now. A Smallpox. That's rather annoying. Because I wanted to play this into this. Right? Okay. That is rather annoying. I should play this now in case they play another Smallpox, right? So if I draw land, I can get back a Bloodcast and trigger both the Hardened Academic and the Blood Age Muster. Okay, Bloodcast comes out. I guess opponent can potentially do it again. Into a Sorin this time. Oh, Wombo combo. Wombo combo.
I cannot be killed.
So opponent made a treasure token. So I can potentially play this now, or I can play both of these. If I play both of these, then it just gets eaten by the blood gas, I feel like. So maybe I just set up Blood Age Muster. Or I can just do this and I'll get another creature out of it. Now let's just play another Blood Age Muster. And hopefully we top deck a land. This happens only once per each turn, right? Yeah, there was definitely a couple of choices. I could have just gone double up these, or just played this out, or play another Blood Age Buster. Okay, so we're just looking for a land now. And then we get a lot of value. I feel like I should still play this out. Because if they don't draw land, then it's really good for me. Like, I get like 4 triggers out of this Guide of Soul. Actually, no. It's 6 triggers, so... If I can just find 1 land, I can go 6 triggers on these. On the Guide of Soul, I mean. Oh. So they can call Unbreakable Remnant. Okay, never mind. Okay, come on, land. Ooh, come on. No land. I mean, I did cut a land, so... Oh, that's a good one. Okay, we might be losing here if I don't draw land. It looks like we didn't. Might be a wrap here. Opponent drawing 2 smallpoxes.
This is but a taste of my power.
Has caused me to lose this game. So we did eventually get this one, but we are a bit too late, unfortunately. We are a bit too late. Oh, we did get a blocker though. That's kind of cool. Does this do anything? Let's be real. It doesn't, right? I don't think that it does anything because of the Vein Ripper. I sacrifice a creature. Like, at most, I can deal 1 damage. So I think we just bring this back out. And attack the Sorin.
Childish games bore me.
The opponent did have a fatal push. Which is not good. Oh, yeah, the Phyrexian Tower can kill itself, right. Do we need this card? Oh, man. Maybe we do. Seam Rip definitely seems not very good, I want to say. Since we see a Damnation, I think Golbakin seems pretty good. Okay. Guide Up Soul plus an Oscillate Pride. We also have a Threben's Charm this time. If things get too crazy with the Sorin. Okay, nothing. We do have to be mindful of a potential damnation, though. A Chalice for 1. It actually shuts down quite a bit. So 2 of these cards are dead. I think opponent's probably just looking to damnation this. Target creature enchantment. Invasion of Golbakin would have been nice last turn. Interesting. Because opponent Leyline of the Void, I'm gonna try to push for damage, see if I can find something here. I actually can kill this thing. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I leave this for next turn. I could have played one more permanent to trigger the Oscillate Pride, but... So, I can Threaten Charm, get rid of a Leyline of the Void. Play this. Discard you. It sucks that we can't play another one. That would have been sick. So land is like the best card here because like a Vein Ripper could come out. So I can go Harden the Academic, discard the Unbreakable Remnant. Okay, same deal. Ooh, it's a tap land. Oh wait! The Bloodghast! I needed to play this first. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh man. That was actually a close one, wasn't it? Alright, we got a currency converter, one of our combo piece, but not much is happening here. A swamp. They might actually take away the currency converter. Wow, they actually did, which is pretty crazy. A Silver Quill Campus. So Galvanic Discharge finally does 3 damage now with the God of Soul. Okay, that's actually perfectly fine, right? Since we can just sacrifice this thing. I'm actually going to draw a card. Ooh. Ooh. We actually got some pretty good cards here. I think because we have a Remnant down, Remnant in the graveyard, I think playing out the Blood Age Muster is probably better. So we can go Remnant, leave up a Galvanic Discharge. Pretty good. Inquisition. Potentially like the other Marauder could come out. Okay, never mind. So we already have an Ocelot Pride there. Let's get rid of you. Pretty cool. And now all the creatures become 1 damage. Wait, this is better than I thought. It's every Unbreakable Remnant in the deck? That's broken. I thought it was just 1. Okay. Way better than I thought, by the way. Why are we playing against so many, like, removal spell heavy decks? Oh, opponent's trying to, like Sheoldred. I see. So, I mean, I can do this again. On this creature. That's kind of cool. I think like long term, the Oslo Pride is gonna deal more damage than the like a 3/2/3/2s, probably, with the bombardment. That's why I sacrificed the remnant. I also get like another trigger off of this card, so. Alright, so removal spell Andy. Seam Rip seems kind of bad. I'll have like 2 Threaten Charm. I'll cut the Vampire Annihilate. Copy one Oslo Pride. Alright, hand is kind of meh, but I'm willing to keep it just because opponent's playing mass discard spells, so I would like to keep my hand instead of mulliganing. It's like a decent hand. A Blink Moth Nexus. So the Threaten Charm can get rid of this. Oh, Currency Converter. We got a combo here. Wombo combo. Oh, sick. Let me just see. This ability triggers only once each turn, so I'm gonna use the Currency Converter on opponent's turn. Discard a card. Ooh. That's a good one. But I think I'll just discard our land right now. Wombo combo. Put a card exile with this artifact into the graveyard. If it's a land, create a token. If it's a non-land, create 2/2. Okay. Let's try that again. This is actually kind of funny, by the way. Wow, so many removal spells. Okay. Attack you. Okay. If they upgrade the final one, okay, they didn't do it. Ping you bunch of times. Oh, haste, you say? That's kinda sick. So potentially they could animate the Blinkbot Nexus. I'm not sure if they will. But... oh, they kill that instead. That's... a very strange choice, opponent. So this is actually the first time we're seeing the Blood Age Muster plus a currency converter going crazy here. Wow. Now it makes sense why they killed the Remnant there. See if I can find something. Oh, another Blood Age Muster. Also, by the way, this is going to deal additional 3 damage with the Fuming Effigy. Is it not? Oh, it says 1 or more cards. I thought it was something else. Exile this card from the graveyard, you gain 2 life. Ooh. So this one just like self-sustains Blood Age Buster. That's kind of cool. A Bloodghast. Love that. This is crazy. Oh my god, bombardment. Uh... Guys? What is going on? What is going on? This is so disgusting. Like if you're playing like something like a mono black that can't really kill your opponent fast enough, like all right, we have the combo currency converter plus Blood Age Muster. Ooh, my combo. My combo's gone. Never mind, the combo's back. I mean, it's still not great. Like, for this to be really good, I would need something like, oh, never mind. Juggernaut. Hardened Academic, gone. Put a card, exile with this artifact into its owner's graveyard. If it's non-land, create a 2/2. We're back! The combo's back! The combo has come back. So we can go Hardened Academic plus Neonate here, which is pretty good. Oh, man. Come on. Ruining the fun of everybody. Attack. So they got rid of 2 of my pieces through Thoughtseize Fragment Reality, which is very rude of them. I think I'm just gonna get back a Loris from the graveyard. I mean, from the exile. Or the sideboard. Okay, these all go in. Excellent. Oh, come on. Opponent doesn't know fun. Opponent doesn't know fun. How dare they not just take the combo to the face? How dare they? Acceptable. So, I mean, I just attack all, right? I just attack all, yet again. I'll play Juggernaut here. I mean, Juggernaut was game. It's a 5/3 attacking creature. It's a 5/3. And opponent's at 8. And the Juggernaut wins the game. So, let's see here. So, opponent doesn't play a Wemna card, so potentially Fragment Reality might be good. The Seam Rip, on the other hand, might be pretty bad. And we'll have another Galvanic Discharge, and we're gonna want Threaten Charm, because I think they play a bunch of enchantments. So we're gonna go down on a copy of a Neonate. And we're gonna go with that. Ooh. That's unfortunately a mulligan. The greed in me. If this was a dual land, maybe I would have kept. What are the chances of that happening? Oh, nice. Very nice. So we're gonna lead with the Remnant. And I think I'll just go into a Blood Age Buster. So it looks like this is Felia. Can't really stop anything about that. And we're gonna go into Blood Age Muster. So the cards that we're looking for at the moment are Currency Converter. Maybe we should play 4 copies of it. Yeah, maybe we should be playing 4 copies of a currency converter. The card's just pretty crazy, isn't it? So potentially, I mean, we could have held on to a Threaten Charm for the Belmerk, but... Oh, what a card! What a card. So, oh man, there's actually so many things I can do here. Pretty crazy, actually. I think trying to double dip on... do I double dip on the Blood Age Muster here? I think we have to get rid of the Belmerk. I feel like we have to. It's gonna be too slow. Yeah, I think we just get rid of a Belmerk here. Wait, opponent. You do not want to do that! You do not want to do that! Wait, this is actually a total counter. Like, they can't use Relic because of this card. That's insane. It's okay, opponent. Like, you're playing against, like, new cards. Like you've never played against Blood Age Buster and the Currency Converter. So, like, even if you make a mistake, like, that's totally understandable. Alright, so they're gonna attack. Unfortunately, I actually have to attack this, get rid of this first. Like, I would love to make them attack and then fairly target, like, the Belmerk or something like that. But I can't really do that. I could double block here. I could double block. Oh. Okay. So I think potentially a Juggernaut is gonna come down. Oh no, catch our bows. Oh, land! Give me a land! Oh my god, please give me a land. Untap land. Yeah, let's get back on untap land. Yes! Yes! Alrighty. So currently this can't block. Target player exiles a card. So I think I just do this on my turn. So land. Okay. Lovely. I'll attack with you so I can potentially block with the Remnant on the Felia, like double block the Felia. Get in there for 2 damage. Attacking spirits get +1/+0. Are they all spirits? Oh my god, that's so sick. Wait, this is a spirit! Combo? Okay, wombo combo. Juggernaut comes down. So Petramos could attack. I don't think I'm gonna be blocking here for sure. Whenever one or more cards are put into the great exile from the graveyard. Okay, it says during your turn. So I take 4. I think I just take it. Ooh, this charge is actually kind of sick. Oh, that is also pretty sick. Okay. So we can attack like so. And then we can either pump it or not pump it. Okay, so opponent decides to block there. If that's the case, we don't pump it with Blood Age General because... Yeah. So... let's just pass. Make this as like a surprise factor. No, Mike, wombo combo. Okay, so this is what we were waiting for. It actually worked out very fantastically, if that's a word. Actually, can we win? Opponent goes to 15. 2, 4. We have 10 damage. 12 damage. 13 from the converter. Since I can put a counter, that's not enough, so we're just gonna be blocking here. Only as a sorcery. A Bloodghast. So 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 damage. Yeah, I think we just deal as much damage as possible here. Maybe I should have actually done the... No. I needed the live in case there's like a board wipe. I was thinking maybe I should have waited until I trigger the life gain on my turn, but yeah, that doesn't work. So another relic comes out. Okay, so opponent. Hopefully this time I get something pretty good. Another flyer. Lovely. Opponent also loses life. Lovely. So they're dead in the air with just a spirit. Another currency converter. Let's see if we get something decent here. I could also get these cards back into the graveyard. But let's just loot a card. I'm gonna guess it's just Ophelia though. Okay. I could just be like super safe and then just... Actually, let's see. I could try to top deck maybe an 1-mana removal. Okay, it didn't work out. So we're just gonna be attacking with these. Since this has a lifelink. Alright. Oh my god. That's insane. Alright, so we took a look at Currency Converter Blood Age Mustard deck today. Surprisingly, it was actually way better than I thought. Granted, we actually played against a lot of slow decks. I do think against like a faster deck, it might struggle a little bit. We do have 4 copies of Seam Rips, 2 copies of Galvanic Discharge as our early game removal spells, and then we have Goblin Bombardment to kind of finish things up. Like, potentially you could play more copies of Discharge instead of a Seam Rip. I can kind of see that, like just 3 copies of Seam Rip and 3 copies of Galvanic Discharge. Galvanic Discharge is definitely like not as good compared to Timeless. That's why I kind of play like 2 copies of it. It's okay. It's only really good if Guide of Souls down on the battlefield. Like, if you meet something like an Aura, like Seam Rip is gonna be way better. So just kind of keep that in mind. But like, wow, like the Blood Age Muster Currency Converter was phenomenal. It was so good, way better than I expected. A bit slow, but it definitely takes over the game. Potentially you might want to play 4 copies of this card. Like, it was just so good. Maybe because of how good this card is, maybe you don't even have to rely too heavily on the Bloodghast. Because usually if you draw this card, as a 4-of, there is more potential of drawing this card while you don't have a discard spell, is what I think. So maybe you go down on the Bloodghast and then just kind of go all in the Currency Converter. Because this card is just so good with the Hardened Academic and the Blood Age Muster. So that's what I think. Like, this was actually the last minute addition. At the start, I actually didn't have this card. But then I was like, I feel like something's like missing. Like, I need potentially like another discard spell. Like, I don't think Hardened Academic plus 4 cups of Neonate is going to be good enough. And I remembered that the Currency Converter was legal in this format. So this was actually a last minute addition. Another card that I actually considered before finding out about this card was this card called Fleeting Spirit. It requires 3 to exile in your graveyard to gain a first strike, and you can also use this card as a discard. So it actually pairs up very nicely by discarding the Bloodghast and potentially triggering both of these. But 3 cards is actually pretty expensive when you're also playing cards like Unbreakable Remnant. The Currency Converter just works incredibly well, and you can just kind of, discard your hand and then potentially get it back later. So incredible card, incredible card. Yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.